Exactly 150 years ago this past Friday, a Boston institution was born. The Boston Globe printed its first edition on March 4th, 1872. For the past 8+ years, the paper has been under the ownership of John Henry, who also runs another small institution in town. Then in 2020, Linda Pizzuti Henry made history when she became the first woman to ever run the newspaper. And as of last month, she's also contributing to the largest ever investment in a women's sports league, $75 million for the WNBA. Boston Globe CEO Linda Pizzuti Henry joins me now. Linda, it's great to see you.
I am so happy to be here. It's great to see you, Jim.
I'm glad you're here. Happy anniversary, by the way.
Thank you.
So did you learn anything about the Globe that you didn't know during the preparation of the 150th anniversary that really stuck with you?
There was a lot. So our sesquicentennial, we started working on a couple years ago, and we just thought it was a really great opportunity to tell our story and reintroduce, celebrate where we've come from and where we're going. And we had a lot of fun. We dug up old crossword puzzles, which has been one of the more popular
I tried
things.
doing it. It was hopeless. I really did try.
Just sort of the role that the Globe has played was great to see, where you see the different advice columnists, the recipes, the fix-it, the love letters, sort of all of the different things that have really just been a part of our community for so long. It was really fun to dig through.
Does it make you feel at all that you have even a heavier burden on your shoulders? It isn't like you're running just a newspaper, but you're running, I'm serious, you're running something that's been central to the lives of millions of people for 150 years. Is that doing anything for you? Or?
I feel really lucky, and I also feel, I think that when you're running an organization, there's this natural tension between doing what you do really well every day and also planning for the future. And we do a lot of both. And sometimes we'll manage one a little bit better than the other, but we're really just focused on how do we take this incredible legacy that we have and have it be this modern multimedia organization that serves our community for years to come.
My focus is usually what am I going to have for lunch. That's about as far as I go. Speaking of the future, since you took over, I just thought, beyond the incredible reporting every single day with Brian McGrory and the reporters and everybody, Stat, 6 or 7 years ago, probably the national leader on medicine and health stuff. The Emancipator, actually the two co-editors on the radio with us tomorrow, which tends to reframe the whole discussion about racial equity and that sort of stuff in this country. Is there anything on the immediate horizon, another expansion, another new thing you can tell us about?
Yeah, so, Stat News, our foray into life sciences, was this idea of how do we show what's best, what are we in this region best at, that the center of the news should come out of, and that's life sciences. And that's been, it's taken us a number of years, but we've built up this incredibly strong, trusted news organization, and we're looking at what's next now. We've been doing a lot of research, and we will hopefully be getting more heavily knowledgeable and up to speed in the Web3 space, and we'll see where that goes. But we have smart teams that are working on that now.
Why do you want to run a newspaper? You have a real estate background for those, and you're a local kid for those that know, a Linfield kid. Why do you want to run a newspaper?
I love this community, and there's all these different projects that I've been really lucky to work on that I feel help make this a better place where more people can live, work, and thrive. And I can't imagine anything more worthwhile that I could do with my time and energy than to have the most strong, trusted, and well-resourced news organization for this community, because that helps everything else that you care about being successful in this city.
Well, this has been a miserable couple of decades, though, for newspaper. No, I don't mean in life in general. Well, it has the last couple of years, but for newspapers, shrinking ad revenue. You know this much better than I. Shrinking staffs. What's the state of the Globe? How healthy is the Globe in 2022?
I'm really proud. It's taken us a lot of very, very hard work, but we are on the other side and we are thriving.
You make money?
We do, and we're investing it into our newsrooms. We're expanding, we're adding new beats, we're adding deeper coverage, we're adding more features, we have rebuilt the entire organization, from our printing facilities to our offices to our whole technology stack to our CMS to our security, to every aspect. We have just poured money in to really invest and make it a strong, stable organization for many decades to come.
Speaking of pouring money in, you're part of the $75 million investment. I think it's the largest ever in a women's sports thing. Am I right about that?
It is.
Condoleezza Rice, Lorene Powell Jobs, a whole bunch of pretty prominent people. I want to ask you, I read, I think in your paper, this story that at least part of the impetus for this was a question your then 6-year-old daughter asked you, which was, are girls allowed to play basketball? Is that true or is that apocryphal?
No,
is that really true?
It's true. She asked me if girls were allowed to play baseball.
Oh, baseball, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Okay.
We were at Fenway, and it was just sort of this horrible. At first, I was like, "Well, that's a dumb question," and then, but then I realized it was because she had never seen women play sports. She had seen a lot, by that point, she had seen a lot of baseball and a lot of soccer, and she had never seen women doing anything. And so it was sort of when I realized how much representation matters.
She ever ask you if women can run a newspaper? She never asked you if she didn't.
No, she sees
She
that.
knows that. Okay, fine.
That's totally possible.
So is there, I've tried to read whatever I can about this investment, and there's very little. Are we going to get a team as a result of your investment? I mean, there's got to be some return, I assume, other than the goodness of your heart investing in something you care about. Is there?
Well, right now they have 12 teams, and they are not currently looking to expand, but they will hopefully in the future be looking to expand. So I don't know if Boston will be on the list or not.
Have you have you talked to the WNBA about
that? The
that?
WNBA is using this investment to really beef up the league. It's been going for 25 seasons, and they're going to build out their digital offerings, their marketing, whatnot. It's a really exciting opportunity to grow their product.
And I hope salary too. And one of the things you read in this sad story, and I hope she's safe from the Brittany Griner thing, with obviously being held on drug charges by the Russians. I hope she gets out of there soon. Is the top salary? I didn't know this in the WNBA. You obviously know it. Is $225,000 or something, and she's making $1.5 million in Russia.
Yep.
How does the league prosper if you can make so much money overseas?
Well, that's one of the things that they're really trying to do is increase salary. So the minimum is up to $60,000 now, and they've increased the ceiling on the top. And you need more in order to fund those salaries. You need more TV coverage, right? You need more sponsorship. So Nike joined this investment round, and that's a really important thing. So there'll be more sponsorships for the league and for the players through that. Those are really what you need. It's television and sponsorships.
So you're a partner in the Fenway Sports Group, which people know baseball has a hockey team now, and obviously Liverpool, the soccer. Congratulations, by the way. Is your goal with women's sports? I know this is an individual investment by you, not part of the Fenway Group. Is your goal to start with women's basketball and then expand into other sports, or no? You?
Me personally, I think I see the power of sports to bring people together and what it can do for a community. You know, what's different is that a newspaper can bring people together on issues, and that's incredibly powerful. And I've known for even longer how sports can really bring a community together in a cohesiveness that the world needs right now. And I think that there's a lot of potential and power for women's sports. And so I am investing in the future of women's sports. I don't have ambitions for a team or anything like that at this point. We just want the league, after 25 years, to sort of take that next push forward.
But if your daughter someday says, are women allowed to box? Are women allowed to play hockey? You are all in, correct? Before you go, I just want to say on behalf of Marjorie Egan and me, and were it not for the brilliant content every single day in your newspaper, the brilliant reporting in your newspaper, we may not even be able to put on a radio show. So for everybody at home and for us personally, we want to thank you for the 150 years.
We have an extraordinarily talented newsroom and just a great team that I feel very lucky to work with. So thank you.
Linda, it's great to see you. Thanks so
Wonderful
much
to
for being
see
here.
you.
In person,
In
I should
person,
say.
it's
I love
great.
that. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.